Hey guys, so earlier this month, I visited Nagoya for about 8 days, and the first 3 days was quite enjoyable, but definitely not as scenic as the next 5 days. If you haven't seen part 1, link is in the description below. At this point, we are sort of halfway through the trip, so let's get started with part 2 of the Japan vlog. Today we're gonna be going to Alpen Nagoya first in the morning because we didn't manage to go there yesterday. I need to buy new running shoes. And after that we're gonna go to Central Nagoya Station and for more shopping and sightseeing. I think today the whole day is just gonna be shopping and sightseeing. This is the back entrance, but this is where we're going. So there was a wide variety of shoes over at Alpen, and we spent quite a bit of time walking around and looking at whatever products that they had on sale, but they didn't have my size, so we kind of just went to look for lunch instead. Okay, I think we're gonna eat this one for lunch. Oh, it's like this. So this is apparently known as a stamina bowl in Japan, and it's basically a large bowl of rice with a lot of thinly sliced pork just kind of layered all over on top. The pork is cooked in a garlicky sauce and it's a little bit salty, but it still tasted pretty good. It was also only less than I think $5, so I would say that was pretty affordable. And because the portion they gave was so much, I couldn't even finish it in the end. After lunch, we went to walk around the area and stumbled upon this festival that was giving out free snacks at the entrance. Only after going in did we realize that this was a beer festival of sorts, and since neither of us drank, we kinda just left the place and made our way to our next location. Place we're going to is Aeon Mall, which is this way. So this was actually our second last stop for the day, and since it was a Sunday, it was also pretty crowded. We shopped around for a little bit, and honestly, it felt pretty similar to most other malls. We went to check out the supermarket, and for some reason the food just looks really fresh. I don't know if it's because everything is wrapped nicely, so it looks very shiny and appealing. Honestly, by this point, we were already quite tired from all the walking over the past few days. After we were done shopping at the mall, we headed over to the JR Central Towers, but we didn't really feel like shopping anymore once we reached there. So in the end, we decided to just call it a day and grab dinner before heading back home, since the next few days were going to be a lot more eventful as we were heading out of the city. What a tiny car! So after we were done walking around, we kinda just went back to our area and had dinner at the very same place that we had breakfast the other day, Shinpachi Shokudo. And clearly you can tell that we really liked this place because the food was fresh and it was very tasty. We finished everything, and after that we headed back to our Airbnb. As with the previous days, I did not film an outro again, so here is a Famichiki review to close out day 5. We just got home and I bought the Family Mart chicken. That's good. got off the bus from Hamamatsu station. Now we're going to the flower park. everybody just sitting down taking photos with the flowers. Apparently this is where all the wisterias are supposed to bloom, but we're too early. They only bloom from late April to early May, so I guess we came at the wrong time because it's all barren. Headed out of the park. I think this is the last area that we're gonna be in. For day 6, we went to Nagashima, which is a resort area in Nagoya. We took a bus from the Meitetsu Bus Center and the journey took about 40 to 50 minutes. The buses come pretty frequently, about every 15 to 30 minutes, and tickets were about 1200 yen. So we just reached Nagashima and we just got off the bus. So I think this is like the outskirts of Nagoya, and there's a gale warning today, so it's really cold with the wind. That's the farm that we're going to. So we're gonna go there and pick strawberries. So tickets were about 2900 yen, which was roughly about $24 for a 40-minute all-you-can-eat strawberry buffet, which honestly felt pretty worth it. So now we're in the strawberry farm and they gave us like you can choose to take chocolate syrup or condensed milk, right? And we're gonna try and pick one. So we just then you just dip it in the milk, and so it's really fresh and it's sweet and juicy as well. Yeah. So when we entered the facility, we were assigned a dedicated aisle where we could eat any of the strawberries within that aisle. I was skeptical at first, thinking that there wasn't going to be a lot of strawberries, but I was so very wrong because at the end of the session, it seems like we barely made any impact and there were still so many strawberries left in the aisle. So overall, I thought it was a pretty enjoyable experience. Oh, and the farm also had a cafe right next to it, so you can buy all kinds of strawberry related souvenirs or snacks. It's also a place where you can hide from the gale, because we just missed the bus and the next one was like 40 minutes away. Just got off the bus stop there, and now we're headed to Nabana no Sato, which is the Nabana flower park. We're gonna go here. It's about what, 15 degrees right now, but the really strong winds are making it a lot colder than it's supposed to be. So I'll vlog again when I enter the place. Hopefully it's not that cold once I'm indoors. Tickets for the park cost about 2,500 yen, and it included a 1,000 yen voucher that you can use in the shops and restaurants within the park. We decided to get lunch before exploring the place, and after using the vouchers, I think lunch only cost us about $10 per person, which was pretty worth it considering the generous portions that they served. Now we're gonna go back to the entrance and start our walk. Yeah, so we're just gonna be here until nighttime, and we'll get to see when the lights turn on. Okay, let's go. Oh, I'm so cold. And we're gonna be here until the nighttime. Now it's like 15 degrees. All I have is a hoodie, and at night it's gonna get to 13 degrees, so I'm gonna freeze and die here. Okay. Random vlog. Just trying to tuck in my shirt. Wow. I think for the past 30 minutes it's just been me trying to find the warmest spots in this place. Done with the begonia garden. I don't know where we're gonna head to, but we are gonna go outside where it's cold again, and I'm prepared to freeze. Okay, I was wrong. It was not the end of the place yet. Okay, I'm definitely wrong. Check this out. What is that? It's cold outside, it's windy outside, it's warm inside. So we're just gonna take a rest. It's a chill day. Pretty flower! Check out the view. Start mogging the camera. It's gonna get even worse at night. Me and my mom, so comfortable in my jacket. And she just left me to die in the cold. I told her to bring the jacket and she didn't want to bring the jacket. Chat comment in the comment section and say W mom. One of these to try and warm up. Oh, this one's lighting up. Whoa! So we're quite literally speed running this whole thing right now. So basically we had to speed run the entire night illumination because the next bus out of the park was coming in about 20 minutes. And if we missed that bus, then the next bus would only come in about half an hour later. And since this is Japan and the buses are very punctual, we really didn't want to risk missing it. It would have been nice to spend more time slowly experiencing the night illumination, but by then it was getting really cold and windy, so we really just wanted to get to some place that was warmer. And also, we were hungry, so we wanted to go get dinner somewhere that was outside of the park. Overall, I'd say the experience in the park was really enjoyable, and I definitely recommend coming here if you're ever in Nagoya. Honestly, the only downside was that we were a bit unlucky. We came on a day with a gale warning, so it was really windy. I'd still give it a solid 10 out of 10 and I would come again, just maybe when the weather is better. So for dinner we headed to Furaibo, an izakaya chain that's apparently pretty well known for its Nagoya-style tabasaki chicken wings, which are basically deep-fried marinated wings with a really nice peppery spice. I would come back just for the chicken wings alone. Solid 10 out of 10. And that is all for day 7. For our last day, we started off with breakfast at Yoshinoya near Fushimi Station and then made our way to the Higashiyama Zoo and Botanical Gardens. It was a pretty chill day and we only had this one spot planned on the itinerary since we were going to be heading to Osaka for the next 3 nights after this. Check out this red panda and its cute face. Thought the Botanical Gardens was going to have more scenic flower displays like the ones that we had seen earlier in the trip, but then it turned out to be more of a public park kind of vibe. I mean, honestly, it feels more like a place that locals come to relax and spend the day, rather than a typical tourist attraction. We then got lost for a little bit while trying to find our way to the Higashiyama Sky Tower inside the park. We didn't plan on going up at first since it cost extra, but we ended up just going for it anyway since we had a pretty chill day and we didn't really have much else to do. I think the combination of a zoo and the Botanical Garden made it a good place to relax or just have a stroll. Overall, I would rate the zoo a 8 out of 10. There are food options inside, but I felt it was kinda limited and also I wanted to eat at a place outside of the zoo. We then went back to Fushimi and had CoCo Ichibanya. Honestly, I would give it a 10 out of 10. Then we stopped by Osu Kanon Temple, which was near our Airbnb, before heading back for the night. So we're back in the hotel. We didn't really eat dinner besides the CoCo Ichibanya, and all I'm having is this sushi as dinner. And we bought the soy sauce on top. We just bought nearby supermarket. Sushi review 10 out of 10. And that's it for today. Tomorrow we'll be taking the train to Osaka. Bye!